What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeds. We're here to talk about cryptocurrency. You might be wondering, if we had a rate pause, what exactly happened? Why did the markets not go crazy? Well, the DXY did go crazy and it pumped back up to 105. Not only that, the bond yields came out and the bond yields went up 0.25% to set all new highs, which means that risk-based money is still not coming back into speculative markets. Now, if that stays that way, and of course the bond rate will probably stay that way for a short period of time, if that's the case, then more money is probably coming out of crypto, and that would feel like we're probably going down. So that's not optimal for anybody who is into cryptocurrency or who's looking for the price to go up. Also, we had a couple other things that were going on in the markets. We had the 2-year Treasury surge to 5.25. We had U.S. presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy is going to release a comprehensive crypto policy framework before Thanksgiving. Bitcoiners, inactive Bitcoin supplies are hitting all-time highs. People are just sitting on it and they're not doing anything about their crypto wallets. That bing, bada bing, ching ching, big profit. Bitcoin price is dipped a little bit. When it dipped down, by the way, I went long. Also, Patrick McHenry confirmed on August 30th, Gary Gensler will be testifying before the FinTech Caucus, and then also, no, I'm sorry, he's going to do it on September 27th. So he's going to be in front of them in 7 days from today. That is a big move. He's going to have a lot of questions to answer. So here we go. And this is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeves. This is Bedtime with Bleeves. Now, I know a lot of you today watched Ben Armstrong and his return to that time slot, that 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time slot that he occupied with BitBoy Crypto, now called the Discovery Channel. I don't know why they picked that name. It seems like that's already been done before. But since they act like a bunch of animals, I mean, I guess it fits, right? So what happens is they went up against each other. And because I am so hilarious, I started to look at what was going on. And guess what? 4,200 people were watching Ben Armstrong on his channel, and 619 people were watching DZ and the Discovery Channel. And that was absolutely hilarious. That was amazing. And I appreciate that, because people don't understand the power. And look, here's the thing. People don't understand the power of BitBoy Crypto. Love or hate Ben Armstrong, he is somebody who moves that needle for the space. Now, you can argue whether it's for better or for worse, but let me show you a statistic here. This is after 2 hours. This is 2 hours after it had launched, okay? And if I zoom in here just a little bit, guys, you can see right here. You know what? Zooming in is for assholes, I guess. Anyway, if you can see it on the screen here, Ben had 24,000 views in that 2-hour period, and the Discovery Channel had 8.7 thousand views. And that is absolutely bonkers. And then we have Chris Raleigh. And by the way, Chris Raleigh's my guy. Been following the channel for a long period of time, but he is wrong a lot lately. He is a degen who just I think really what he does is he's just looking for no crypto just goes straight up, right? He just goes from crypto to crypto and to crypto to crypto. And that's absolutely fine because then he comes back and he tries to shit on Volt because he doesn't like the direction that Volt's going. However, I don't like the fact that I'm not part of their team or doing anything with them anymore, but it's not so much that I really care. Price goes down, and he's got a legitimate argument because we did have that situation in which, some of the people who are influencers in that community were borrowing money from CoinRabbit and getting liquidated while still telling you to borrow. And that's not a good look. That's not the best look. So, he has a right to be upset. Ben, the price of Ben is going down because Ben last night has a thing where he comes out and he talks about, hey, I need help. I need a little cash because, this thing has not been working out for me for the last little while because, and guys, I want to stress this, and I don't want to dig too deep into this, but all of his money was part of the hit networks. Now you can say, well, why didn't he have a whole bunch of money off to the side? And the simple answer is because he trusted these people to manage the finances. And when he needed money, he just went in there and he got whatever it was he wanted. He told me that exact thing. He said, look, why would I do that? Because anytime I needed something, I just go in there and I go to the crypto wallet and I just cash money out. It's no big deal. So, and it's always been that way since we started the company. So now, by the way, and I do know how much payroll they have every month, and they're going to have to cash that out of the crypto wallet. They don't have that in reserves, which means they are now effectively stealing money from Ben Armstrong's company. And if you're looking for some low rent responses here, I put out a tweet earlier today. That tweet was about let me see if I may not have put this up here because I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, why give this turd oxygen? But Tricky Nicky Demonte, Demonde, whatever name is. I put out a tweet where I asked the simple question. I said, and look, I thought that it was fair. I thought that it was a very fair question. Question for Nick Demonde, head of content creation at Hit Networks, and regarding your attempt to take down Ben Armstrong. Since we have the screenshot showing you guys lied about the payments to Duchess of DeFi, it leads us to believe that you attempted to deceive this Bit Squad known for having family values. So my question to you is, did the payroll to TJ's assistant get labeled side piece disbursement? And did anyone from the Hit Networks reach out to her husband to try and help him when TJ was dipping the company ink in the other guy's inkwell? Now, I think that's a pretty fair question here. I don't think that was, you can have fault with the way that I phrase it, right? But what the Hit Network decided that they were going to do, first of all, in their quest for family values, is TJ, I guess, allegedly stopped sleeping with his assistant long enough for her to get a divorce. And then he questioned Ben about an infidelity that Ben had, and then used that as the impetus to say that there were these circumstances among them, and he leaked that was one of them live on the air. It's crazy. Then to say he also was using drugs. And then we find out that one of the biggest drug users in the company allegedly was TJ Shed, who was also taking Dianabol a steroid, and as we know, it affects your mood dramatically. So we have a lot going on here. We have a drug using philanderer getting mad at what he calls a drug using philanderer, right? That's stupid. Now, I wouldn't say stupid, except here we have the receipt here for TJ Shed. I just talked to Ben, and we can do 5% on the stake deal. Now, the reason that everybody wants to vilify is because Cassie negotiated the stake deal. And apparently, it's my understanding that Cassie, that the original stake deal was $250,000 a month, right? She got them up to, from 250,000, she got them to $1 million a month. So they had basically a 12, or I think it was $13 million a year deal. And her cut on that was 5%, which is $50,000 per month. Well, guess what? TJ stopped paying her and then went to court, basically lying to the courts or insinuating openly that this was payments for his girl, insinuating that and devaluing. And we should state this for the record. Shame on you, you alleged lowlife, lady framed scumbag, for devaluing the efforts of a woman simply because she's doing something that you disagree with when you're not around. Like, are we not in a society where even that, look, and I'm not defending anything that happened here. I'm not defending anything other than why does he have a problem and why does he insinuate that she didn't earn the money? Why are they insinuating that he's paying his girlfriend? See, that's some low class, seedy, jockstrap sniffing bullshit. That is lowbrow. That is low rent. That is a testament and a testimonial to what the Hit Network is now without Ben here. Like, that is absolutely bonkers that this is something that they thought, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's just use this against it. And so here we are. His response, by the way, was Ben had his day in court to argue his side and present evidence and had no evidence. In fact, it was embarrassing to watch. How do I know this? Because I was there in court. There is nothing to what Ben has to say. There's no there, and the judge saw that and threw this case out. Now, that's not exactly it. And Cassandra jumps in and says, Nicholas, it's not over. Surely you don't actually believe a 45-minute emergency hearing concludes the entire case. LOL. Now, he didn't have any more comments, but I asked the question because I thought, I asked a fair question. Was this labeled side piece disbursement? I mean, since we're out here calling women out of their name, I thought it was fair, right? I thought it was fair to ask that questions. I thought it was fair to ask that question. So, if it's not, okay, I apologize to anybody who might be offended by it. I don't want to offend you and your lady frame, or your, 8th place ladies CrossFit body that you've been taking Dianabol for. How do you take Dianabol to look like a chick? Like, that's crazy. Allegedly look like a chick. Allegedly. Anyway, so weird stuff going on here, and never really got a good answer about this. But like I told you, there's things happening in the background. And when I said, like I told you, I didn't actually tell you. And the reason that I didn't tell you is because I can't tell you because I forgot. I can't tell you exactly what's going on. Anyway, so if you know any, look, here's what I'll say, ladies, if you are looking for some Ashley Madison married man level stuff, apply it to Hit Networks. Allie Bevan got lucky. Allegedly, maybe they can move her along too. I hear TJ's looking for a new assistant. Job doesn't pay nearly as much as it used to pay because Ben Armstrong is gone. But they've got a big announcement coming in a few days. So it was going to be this week. There's going to be a major announcement for Discover Crypto, the Discovery Channel, whatever it's called now. And we should see something. So anyway, let's move on to the news. The DXY went absolutely bonkers the moment this stuff happened. Then we got this move right here. U.S. 2-year Treasury surging following the Fed's decision this afternoon to maintain rates at 5.25 to 5.5. Look at this. The Fed, the 2-year Treasury went from 5.04 or 5.05 to 5.172. That means this market is coming down. It means that we cannot sustain the price levels that we are currently at right now. Now, this doesn't affect the broader market because the Asian market could still rally. The European market could still rally. We could still have rallies overseas and in different places. But generally speaking, this is not a great sign for the U.S. market, because now what you've done with this move, not just this move, but the pumping of the DXY and then the move by the 2-year treasuries, that pulls money out of crypto because it's safer for the wealthy people right now to put their money into something else. To put it into treasury bonds instead of putting it into cryptocurrency. So really, this is possible that it's going to delay the bull run. And, we should be prepared for that at this point. Now, moving on, U.S. presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy is going to release a comprehensive crypto policy framework before Thanksgiving. We don't know what's in it yet, but we will see, and we will start to hear about it pretty soon. Also, Ron DeSantis has marked himself as a staunchly pro-Bitcoin. And this is not true. He did not say he's staunchly pro Bitcoin. He said he's pro cryptocurrency. So far, Donald Trump. This says right here, while chances of becoming president remain slim, he is the second in the GOP polls after ex-President Trump to embrace. I don't even. This Jesus fucking Christ. This is not even a sentence, by the way. So let's just skip that. Jesus Christ. Whew. Bitcoiners stack them up. So just to give you an idea here of what's going on here, there's a lot of Bitcoin wallets. We're getting record levels of Bitcoin wallets holding certain amounts of Bitcoin, but they are largely inactive. Nothing's going on with them right now. Also, Bitcoin price dips as Fed leaves interest rate unchanged. We didn't see what we wanted to see, which I think if everything would have gone the way that it wanted to, then maybe we would have seen it. But on Wednesday, the Fed took a breather from its anti-inflationary crusade, keeping interest rates steady within the 5.25 to 5.5 bracket, which is the peak in over 2 decades. This week's decision continues the Federal Reserve's proactive stance on inflation, but what they're doing is they're seeing good data. It says this modification stems from an economy that has defied previous forecasts by showcasing stronger growth, dwindling unemployment, and moderated inflation by the end of 2023. The Fed's prediction exudes positivity, such an economic climate resilient despite increased borrowing costs negates fears of an imminent recession. The committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at the rate of 2% over the long run, which, same thing that he says every single time. So it has transitioned from a moderate to a solid growth phase. So we're starting to see, maybe we're turning a corner. I don't know if we've turned the corner yet, but we are turning a corner. So good news there. Also, Patrick McHenry confirmed that on September 27, Gary Gensler will slide out of his crevice and slither into the oversight committee to talk about the Security and Exchange Commission. And I don't know if they're gonna make lowbrow comments or take shots at him. I know the Democrats are gonna. You know what that sound is, but you know what they're going to do. Also, Kale Crypto says nothing is sexier than hearing the words "I'm really sorry, I was wrong." So she'd never hear that shit from me because I am always right. Just want to lay that out there. Now, also, Nick God damn it, Nikki Demandi. It says, just some of the hate I got from Ben Nation, classless frauds. Now, here's what he did. Here's what Larry from the Stooges did in talking about the people who are not supporting the CEO of the company who hid the illicit affair that the CEO was having with his own assistant named Allie, I might add, allegedly, and that he is a steroid abuser, and that he was actually getting steroids from somebody who freely admitted that that is what's happening here. So, a lot of crazy stuff happening here, and he says that word. We're not allowed to say that word. I mean, we can say it, but not when people are around. You think anyone is interested in anything you have to say? You realize you jacked 1.4 million subscriber channel that didn't subscribe to you. You look like a Sam Bankman-Fried's Jewier cousin. I'm not sure that's a word, and not really a great look for a person in a group of. I mean, I don't know. He's got 40,000 followers now on his YouTube channel, more than me, by the way. God damn it. And then something like 40,000 on Twitter as well. And if you cross out the dirty word and the other dirty word, he didn't say anything wrong. But I said, because he said, just some of the hate I get from Ben Nation, classless frauds. So then I said, pull a TJ and just bang your assistant, but don't tell her husband. So guys, we got to keep the pressure on them. And by the way, if you are wondering, if you're interested here, listen, the best thing that you can do, tune out. Don't watch it. Don't engage with it. If you hit the dislike button, if you hit the dislike button, you are still engaging with the content, and that still pushes it up. YouTube doesn't care whether you like it or dislike it. They care whether you engage with it. So just stop engaging with it, and guess what happens? People will go away. And send them here, by the way. Woo! Daddy could use a little bit. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. Ben says, and this came from I am Crypto Wolfie. If you don't know, I am Crypto Wolfie is the developer for the Dubai X token. Standing beside my brother Ben Armstrong and Bethany Literary, I sent the ENS domain ownership to the people's champ, Ben Armstrong, Ben Armstrong's X.ETH. So Ben now has a vanity name for his crypto wallet, and there's proof of the transaction right there. And by the way, we're probably going to talk a little bit more about Dubai X token here coming up pretty soon. And it is, it's look, I think that this actually has some good trading volume and some opportunities for some real movement. So it might be a good thing that we catch on to this. But Ben says, thank you, bro. Appreciate all the support. Very cool thing for him to do. So now Ben has a vanity wallet over here, courtesy of him. And by the way, here we are 2 hours later, 24,000 to 8,000 views. The Discovery Channel, look, the Discovery Channel has 1/3 of the views of the guy that they used to. This is like Fox News going, yeah, we should fire Tucker Carlson. And then Tucker Carlson goes on to rides Elon's D to, by the way, did anybody notice the record number of bots that are on X platform now? And Elon being like, he has like 900 million billion. There's like 19 billion people who've watched on the planet. 19 billion people who've watched Tucker Carlson. And then you look at Elon and you're like, dude, there's not that many people on the planet. And Elon's like, isn't there? Isn't there? Do you trust the liberal media to give you the right answer to the number of people? 19 billion sounds right to me. I can see them from space when I pretend that I'm going up there, but not really. I sit in the control center and watch it. Or something like whatever wild shit he's talking about lately. So anyway, but yeah, on the first day, Discovery Channel, total embarrassment. Ridiculous joke, basically. Viewership dwindling, viewership going down. Now, by the way, just to be fair, viewership that I could only wish to have. I would be happy with 8.7K views on every single one of my episodes. So I don't begrudge them in that, but I do begrudge them as this is a competition now with Ben Armstrong about who can control that time slot. Ben, stay the fuck out of my time slots. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all. That's all. You got it. You know. Um, So anyway, let's move on here. Shibarium finally seeing a little bit of an uptick, about 10% more transactions for the day. Way is kicking up, 5% network utilization. None of that is something to write home about, but we did have a big increase in burn, up 370% on the day. That big 100 million burn right there. That happened is a pretty good sign. I'm not sure what that's from. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to get some real clarification on some of these burns pretty soon, but we are seeing an uptick in burns, but we still got a long way to go. So hopefully we'll start to see something kicking up pretty soon. Now, by the way, I was at a gym. I was at the gym, met a guy at the gym. We're not dating, so y'all can chill that out. But met a guy at the gym. We actually had, because, we talked crypto a couple times, and we actually have the same numbers here on where we think that crypto is about to go. Because I said 28.1, he had 28.1 on his chart, and 21.7 down here as the spot on his chart as well. So I think that we're probably within the range here, meaning that we may not be able to maintain this price. We're probably coming down, and this is going to be a catastrophic sort of move when it starts to hit to that downside. And as you can see right now, it really kind of looks like I bought in right down here. I'm kind of holding on this Bitcoin long right now. But I feel like maybe now is the time to just kind of matter of fact, let's go over here right now. What I did was I set this long for a take profit. I want to say I moved it up to like 28.1 just so I don't get stopped out on it, but it's now down to about $49 profit. So what I think I'd like to do is maybe let's look at the chart here and see what we're seeing. It's bouncing off of the POC, which is the profit area, right? I was hoping that it might bounce through, and then I got, wrapped up in getting ready for this show, and now it's coming back down. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and stop this out. We're going to flash close it. We're going to do on position history. We made $46 in profit, so it was a good day. We're going to take that. That's a win is a win. But at this point, it's time to kind of sit out for just a little while in that market. Now, while we're doing that, we're going to walk over here and we're going to go to Fairdesk, where I've got 4 trades going right now. And we're going to take Conflux is up $45 right now at 23%. We're going to quick close on that one. We're going to close our Conflux trade because we got a nice profit on it. We're going to do the same thing with Litecoin because, again, I think the market might be coming down just a little bit. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and quick close that Bitcoin trade. We're going to leave this one open and hope for a little bit of a reversal so that if we get a reversal in the market, our entry price was only 16.15 over here. So if we get a little bit of a reversal and a little bit of a move back up, just a little bit up, then that one's going to be profitable, and that one will pay out. And then from there, I'll go ahead and take profit as quickly as I can. But I'm going to get a lot more trading going on Fairdesk, just so you guys know. So if you want me to do trading for you, all you have to do is go there, sign up, find Bleeds Crypto, and then sign up to copy trade me and fund your account. And we'll have some fun, and we'll see if we can't make any money off of it. I'm up a little bit, just so you guys know. When I over here, I'm down because I let you guys decide what I was going to invest in, like a moron, but a really nice moron who's always right. And so over here, though, we put $100 in. Put $100 in about a week ago, and we're up to $774 on MEXC. So we've been having some success in trading. Now we're going to be looking for a position to try to get a good position here for a reversal and see what we can do on the reversal. Oh, look at this. It was perfect timing, I guess, because it's continuing to come down just a little bit. So yeah, but let's move on here. We're going to talk about Ben. Ben is at 1925, dipped hard off of that announcement from BitBoy or Ben Armstrong, dipped quite a bit because of that. Now, is there a reversal in store? I don't see one. I mean, The one thing that I will be with you is honest about it. I don't want to underhype it, but I also don't want to overhype it. I don't know that until we get to that V2 that we've got a catalyst coming. But when we do get to the V2, there's going to be some enormous catalysts that'll probably play out very quickly. And as you can see here, like, it's really kind of playing perfectly off of this fib retracement tool at this 0.786 level off of the last little pump area. And then it rejected, by the way, right off of it, like almost like you're predicting this shit yourself. So if it comes back down here into the 1772 or 1780 area, I would maybe take a shot at going long here. I would wait at this 786 one more time and see if it doesn't break down below. If it breaks down below, it might get a stronger bounce. You'll be able to buy more tokens. And when you go long, it pays off more because you have more tokens. So when the price moves, if it moves by the same $100 at a lower level, it's probably going to move a little more aggressive. So I'm going to be waiting for that. SHIB 74.98 up 1.4% right now, having a little bit of a spike, not a sustained spike, but it is having a move. Now, when you zoom out here, you do see that the trend is your friend, and you really are looking at a positive trend on SHIB. Question is, how long will it last? And the answer to that is as long as it lasts, I guess. But this kind of trend line here is pretty solid, the way that it's playing out. I mean, you can see there's a spot over here. There's a spot of support and resistance right there. There's a resistance right there. There's a resistance right here. So it looks like this is really kind of playing out as this weird sort of closing wedge in an upward facing pattern. I believe those generally break to the downside. This is not the movement is bullish, just like a downward channel is bullish too, or bearish, but it breaks to the upside. So this upward facing one is probably going to break to the downside. So I don't know that that's going to be a big positive. Advantis 1679. Elon Muskrat, by the way, I do want to add, passed with flying colors the Advantis. And if we go to Token Sniffer, by the way, let's talk Elon Muskrat for just a second. Elon Muscatel, if you will. Let's go look over here because I just closed out part of this contract to try to increase the score on it. It's going to refresh it here for a second. We're still at 55 of 10. I don't know if I can fix this right here. Source does not contain a max transaction amount. I went into the contract. We changed the max transaction amount to the full amount of all of the tokens. So there is no longer, or if there is, I can't fix it. It's not going to come out. So the only thing left now is this fee modifier, which will disappear when we do a renouncing of the ownership. And then I got to do something with the remaining supply of tokens. I'm not going to burn them, but we'll move them. Like we want to hold on to them in case some exchanges come along or something like that. We did have $250,000 worth of volume for the last for 24 hours, down to 40,000 today. You guys are but it's been a tough market. So and then all other holders possess less than 5%. We do have a couple people with big with a few. There's like a few big holders on here if you look at the holder count. I've got this big supply right here. Not sure what we're going to end up doing with it, but we've got a couple people. We got two people over here that have a big supply. That's the contract address. So there's one other person here that has 5.7%. I don't know if they're accumulating or if they bought like at the beginning, because when I launched it, there were a lot of people that bought like in that first almost second. So, but we're going to renounce the contract. We're going to do a bunch of different things. We do have, and I will update the website, but we do have Elon. We do have a website now. We have the official Elon Muskrat token, and then you can see the chart right there. Then we have the names Muskrat, Elon Muskrat, licensed to shill. Then we have that silly meme that I made yesterday, Musk till dawn. And then the tokenomics and stuff like that. The white paper, it's been kept simple. Like there's no, until we have a function and a purpose, it's just going to be buy, shill, raid. Very simple. It's no longer when Lambo, it's when rent paid. Look, we're making it simple for you. Here's the links that you need. We'll update the links as we need to. So, it will evolve over time, but now we have a website. Now we do have even though it's rudimentary and a joke still at this point, we do have a white paper, or I guess you want to call it a gray paper, or at least a dot matrix page or something. Really not enough. But when links listing, that's going to be the next question. There's going to be a whole bunch of, by the way, look, we're going to, God damn it, we don't have Change on here yet. But I think, or I don't know that we do. Yeah, Change will be on the website pretty soon. Yeah, we don't have it on here, but we will have it pretty soon. I think we already had that discussion. I have the information in order to put it on the website. So we'll have Change there very soon. And that'll be, maybe it'll be a catalyst. I don't know if it will or not. Maybe we'll look up and see what we got to do to get it on links. Try to get it everywhere. Try to get it as many different places as we possibly can. Get as many new traders as we possibly can. We want to create value for you. But remember, this is a speculative asset at this point. This does not have, I don't have a function. I don't have a use case. I don't have a real solid reason for this thing to just absolutely moon at this point, other than because you guys will it, and it's the will of the people. And if it's not the will of the people, then, it'll just kind of languish here for a little while. But here's the thing. We're going to work on it for a little while. We're going to start making some moves on it, starting with the renouncing of the contract, which is being delayed because we're wanting to make sure that we get the highest possible score on Token Sniffer and stuff like that, so that people feel a little bit more confident in their investment. Because when you're in a speculative asset, that level of security and safety is really what you want to see. So we'll be looking at that, and then after that, then excuse me. After that, then we'll see what we can do with it. Like, we'll see if we can't get it to, like, I'd like to be able to get it to about 1 million market cap just to say that it got there. I don't have high aspirations. I already told you guys how many tokens I have. Now, by the way, when I say that, I just showed you that I have 250 million. I have 18% of the supply, but I'm not selling those tokens. That's liquidity's $13,000. Like, there's like that. Those are not being sold. If the liquidity is $1 million, then we're still not selling those tokens. These tokens are going to be used for what do you call it? They're going to be used for any kind of centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, anything that needs a liquidity pool. We're going to throw that in over there and see what we can do to start some trading on those. But and we don't have, by the way, we don't have a burn wallet. We don't have anything. So the supply we're trying to keep right here at 1.337 billion tokens. If we can get if we can just, if for any reason, get into a bull run and get a 337 billion market cap, we're going to be the 1337 leadest Musk token that there is, just because I want it to be that way. So we'll see what happens with it. I remain positive on it. I think that we've got a good team, CEO, Zamunda, all these guys out here are pumping and pushing on the token. So, I think good things are going to end up happening. So hope you guys are going to be with us, and I hope you guys will enjoy it and have fun and enjoy the ride, because we're going to have a ride that's going to, we're going to do something here. So we'll see what happens. But Dubai X 1470 right now. Look at this, just a cascade of sell-off, which means, by the way, when you see a bunch of sell-off like that, that usually means people are, again, speculative sort of situation. This is the Asian market opening up. Asian market 24 hours ago. What happened? Let's go back here, and we're on the hour chart. So we're going to go, oops, I'm on the day chart. God damn it. No, I'm on the hour chart. So last night was up here a couple days ago. This is probably somebody who bought back over here that's just selling off from that Asian market. So, and if you come down here, if you're ever interested, by the way, if you want to check this out, by the way, so you come over here and you check this person right here is 0209, this wallet right here. So click on 0209, and then you're going to look at token transfer ERC-20. Come over here, and then you can see this person was buying Dubai X and has been buying Dubai X for a long period of time, and then just sold off 420 billion after buying million. Yeah, they got a nice score here. This is this is somebody who made a nice profit off of this, and they've been buying for the last, let's go down here. They've been buying for a while. They've been buying for 15 days. And you come back over here and look at this chart over the last 15 days. So let's see what they did 15 days ago. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This person bought the bottom down here, somewhere in this candle right here, from 1,000 to about 1,200, and was able to sell up here at 1,700. Means that they made at least around, I would say 20% off of it, something along those lines. But definitely a good profit to be made from that person. But you can always track it, by the way. If you didn't know that already, now you know. That's exactly how you're able to track this stuff. So liquidity on the 7-day is still basically the same. We still need to grab liquidity from either direction, but the big liquidity is still down here. So expect the price to start falling at some point. We're going to start seeing some retracement on price action at some point pretty soon. Fairdesk, we're still down $5 on this Ethereum trade. So we're going to hold on to that for a little while. We're going to see what happens. It's the margin on it's $398. My liquidation is $15.45. It's not really a comfortable margin, by the way. That's 70 points. So that can happen in like very short order. We haven't been down there. We just wicked down there in that range just recently. Haven't been down there for a long time. Well, I guess maybe we wicked. Jesus Christ. I'm going to get wrecked on this one. All right. So we're going to be down $300 no matter what, because it looks like it doesn't look like this is going to play out favorably. But we could get a reversal. If we get a nice little reversal, we get a nice little pump coming back up here, 1620 or something, then we're just going to take the profit on that one, and we're going to enter probably some short positions. We're going to start looking at the charts, trying to come up with what direction we're going to go. We'll take some new trades in the morning because it doesn't feel like it's a wise idea right now to enter into anything at these spots, and I'll need to kind of check it out and figure out what the next step is. Now, from that, I am open over here on MEXC. So we're going to take one more look here, guys, just to see what the chart really kind of looks like. So we got this. Again, by the way, I told you guys I reached out to Lux Algo to see if I can get a sponsorship from them. So we've got money flow just came out big time. We had green money flow for a while. Money was moving up. It looked like it was coming up. It looks like it's coming back down on the 1 hour right now. We've minted a red dot, which means that we've probably got price coming down. We are in oversold territory, which would mean that at some point soon we should see a move back towards the upside. But this is also the spot where you could get one of those big red wicks coming straight down, and that takes us way down into this. And if that happens, that's going to be one of those ultimate buy ranges, and there should be a big move coming a little bit after that. It's only going to go so far. It's not going to, it's not reasonable to expect that everybody's going to collude together to drop the price to 21,000 or something like that. So if we get a move down like that, then, we're going to, not going to be too long. We're not going to stay down there, by the way. And trend is your friend. Remember, on the 1 hour, we are still trending up. We did break it down here in that 24-hour move, but it came right back up in line with this positive sort of pump, which would indicate to me that we probably would need to, we might be able to argue that we've got this wedge that's going to break out, and we could have a wedge going to break out to 28.1, but I don't know. It's again speculative at this point. So that's it, guys. This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Richard Nelson is now a member for 9 months. If you haven't already, consider becoming a member of the channel. That helps me out. The things that help me the most, by the way, for anybody who's wondering, NordVPN, sign up for NordVPN. That helps me tremendously. 90 days free, and then $4.99 a month thereafter. And for the privacy and security that it provides you and the protection that it provides you is a small price to pay, so you don't get wrecked while you're online. 100x Gems did help me launch the Elon Muskrat. Ruby Dex, we're going to be making a dedicated video for them. MEXC, dedicated video. Gate.io, dedicated video. Fairdesk, going to be doing a lot more trading on Fairdesk. I have a new deal. I have a new deal with Fairdesk, and we're going to do a lot more trading on Fairdesk, and they have a good commission structure just like Gate.io. So we're going to get that set up with you guys, and that's it. So this is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I am always right. Thank you so much for coming in. Elon Muskrat, by the way, don't forget reflections. And here we go. This is the outro. Don't get too scared.
It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along.